Were you ever in the brothel, or?
Oh yeah, I was in there twice. Once I made a delivery of towels and sheets and stuff that I don't remember why I was picked. I was just walking past the laundry place where one capo said to me, take it to the brothel. So then when I came to the door, the madam had me take it all the way, all the length of the building where her room was. So I made a delivery, and then another time I was in the camp picking up dead bodies, and a girl had committed suicide, and so I carried her out to put her on the flatbed to take her to Birkenau. Birkenau was Auschwitz too, where the gas chambers and crematorium was. I did talk to two French girls just for a minute when I went to pick up the dead girl. There were two French girls, but when they started talking to me, the madam came and chased them out right away. They scampered away. And so then the madam said to me, when I returned the blanket, I had wrapped up because all the guys were standing around that were in the camp going to look at that naked girl I was going to carry out. So I wrapped her in a blanket, and they were mad at me about that, naturally. But when I put her on the thing, I turned her upside down and took the blanket and returned it. And she said, "Oh, you're really reliable. I let you in for free sometimes, but I never had the occasion to go."
Was there a difference for you as a person to see a woman, for example, this girl you carried, was that a difference for you, being a man, to see the women suffer like they did?
I didn't really see too many women. Now, this one had committed suicide. She was basically a newcomer because you could see she was still in good shape.
Μια μέρα έμεινα αργά από το απέλ. Μόλις σφύριξαν δεν πρόλαβα να πάω στο απέλ από τον μπλόκο μου. Πιο μπροστά ήταν μια άλλη γραμμή από άλλο μπλόκο, το οποίο αποτελώνταν από αυτές που τις κατατάξανε για να εξυπηρετούν. Υπήρχαν βαρυπινίτες, οι οποίοι τους βγάλαν από τις φυλακές που ήσαν καταδικασμένοι για εγκλήματα και τους ανέθεσαν να μας κυβερνάνε εμάς. Ήσαν τα χειρότερα στρώματα του κόσμου που λένε. Και αυτοί για να γλιτώσουν από τις φυλακές φερνόντουσαν πιο άσχημα από ό,τι είχαν διαταγές. Και για να τους ευχαριστήσουν υπήρχε ένα μπλόκο που είχαν κάτι κοπέλες, κάτι γυναίκες, τις οποίες αυτοί όταν θέλαν να τους δώσουν τον μπράβο που λέγανε, πήγαιναν, αυτοί οι άντροι πήγαιναν σε αυτές. Το πρωί ξεκινούσαν, ήταν απέναντι από τον μπλόκο που εργαζόμουν εγώ. Και τις βλέπαμε όταν γυρνούσαν το βράδυ, χλωμές, εξαντλημένες. Και αυτές τις κατατάζαν εκεί πέρα για να εξυπηρετούν αυτούς. Και έμεινα αργά από το απέλ και με βρήκε αυτή που αυτόν το λάγκερ ολόκληρο έδινε διαταγές και με ξύλο με έβαλε σε αυτήν τη σειρά. Όταν σφύριξε με έμπασαν μέσα στον μπλόκο το δικό τους. Εγώ ήξερα τι μπλόκο είναι. Μόλις μπήκα μέσα άρχισα να φοβάμαι. Άρχισα να τις βλέπω ότι ερχόντουσαν πολύ κακοποιημένες, να μην πω λεπτομέρειες. Κακοποιημένες πάρα πολύ από όλες τις απόψεις. Η μια να λέει τι γουρούνι ήταν εκείνο σήμερα, εμένα μη ρωτάς τι έτυχε σήμερα, ο άλλος δεν ξέρω τι, η μια να μπορέσει να βοηθήσει την άλλη, εγώ να αρχίζω να κλαίω και μια Γαλλίδα ήρθε κοντά μου και με λέει γιατί κλαις, καινούρια είσαι, πώς μπήκες εδώ, ποιος έβαλε εδώ.
The women forced into servitude in Block 24 were primarily Polish political prisoners, as well as a smaller number of German criminal inmates. Many were young, and all were subject to the same brutal conditions and treatment as other prisoners in the camp. They were given slightly better food rations and living conditions compared to other inmates, but this was merely a cynical ploy to keep them alive longer for repeated exploitation and mistreatment. The women were selected based on their age, appearance, and health, with many being lured with false promises of better treatment or even freedom. One of the most haunting accounts of life in Block 24 comes from Halina Brzozowska, a Polish prisoner who was forced to work in the brothel. In a testimony given years after the war, Brzozowska described the unimaginable trauma and degradation she endured. "We were treated like animals, worse than animals. They would beat us, force us to do the most degrading things, and we had no choice. It was either submit or die." Brzozowska, who was only 18 when she was sent to Auschwitz, endured months of mistreatment in Block 24 before being transferred to another camp. Her story is just one of many, a testament to the unimaginable suffering endured by the women of the brothel. The brothel was open for business in the evenings, with male prisoners granted access as a reward for their labor. They would line up outside Block 24, waiting their turn to mistreat the women inside.